proud of. Out of the box, an epoxy to the world and the vision we've lost. I'm an apostrophe, I'm just a symbol to remind you that there's more.
Hello everyone, I'm Larry Ridley and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. Tannehill's Dolphins going up against Palmer's Cardinals.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Miami Dolphins. Ready for football in Arizona as Phil Dawson boots it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now Tannehill. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. Jarvis Landry, the 30, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jarvis Landry, 83 yards. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. They'll throw on first down here with Palmer. Underneath for Johnson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it second down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
On 3rd and 1, it's Palmer. This is Johnson. He's got it. You give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Palmer to Brown, and the Cardinals move the chains.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing, so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Throwing again here, Palmer. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by T.J. McDonald. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
How about that interception? Like father, like son. Tim McDonald Sr. had 40 interceptions in the NFL, playing with Arizona and San Francisco. His son trying to follow in his footsteps.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And now look at him go. 30, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenyon Drake, 83 yards. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
And it's good to make it 14-0. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes Arizona's offense back onto the field. Earlier we were talking about the quarterback position, a big decision coming up on that spot. But, you know, Cardinal fans and fantasy football owners, I guess, so disappointed when David Johnson went down in the opener with a fractured wrist, wound up missing the season. That kind of got overlooked in 2017.
It certainly did, and it was the first big domino and why the Cardinals didn't really make a run at the playoffs this year, because of David Johnson's ability to run it and catch it and initiate all the offense that the Cardinals wanted to run. The defense still held up. Calais Campbell went to Jacksonville. The defense was still 6th in the league, but offensively, we're not nearly the same team.
On second down, Johnson. And, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back at the 29. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, Palmer. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling.
There goes Larry Fitzgerald. The 20, 10, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Larry Fitzgerald, 68 yards, and the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. And that one makes it 14-7. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards. On first down, Tannehill. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking that time for Stills, and that'll bring up second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. 10 yards still left on second down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On second down, it's Drake. He's to the 10, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Now Parkey for the extra point. And the play clock's running down. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They begin the drive with Johnson. He finds an opening past the 40. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Palmer. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. A first down carry here for Johnson. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Two minutes to go here in the first half. More from the desert after this. And ready now for 2nd and 9. They go to Johnson again. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. On 3rd down, Palmer. It's caught left side by John Brown. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Palmer and the offense staying put. They're going to try for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Palmer. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a 1st down. They go back to the ground with Johnson, and he'll get this one down to about the 17. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Again, it's Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Cardinals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Palmer throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Palmer. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the...
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Larry Fitzgerald. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. Extra point try now for Dawson. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. Tannehill on 1st down. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the 1st half. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 46. And Parkey's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
Starkey now, following the made field goal to kick this one off. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. John Brown. Touchdown, Cardinals. John Brown, 72 yards. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now Dawson for the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. He goes airborne. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
For the offense lining up 1st and 10. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And Stills over the middle. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there of 22. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Tannehill. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Hassan Reddick, tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. On second down, here's Tannehill. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jarvis Landry, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up. And that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Oh, barely. They snapped it at 1. Now Palmer. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Johnson. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Man open left side is Brown. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Throwing now, Palmer on first down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by T.J. McDonald. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. On first down, Drake. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Right back to Drake. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On third down, Drake. And some space here. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
On 3rd and short, Drake, and not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They'll run. It's Drake. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. On first down, it's Tannehill. Flushed out right. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Drake off the give from Tannehill. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Kenyon Drake, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Andre Branch in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. On second down, here's Palmer. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. The 40. Past the 20. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. J.J. Nelson, 88 yards. And the Cardinals get a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film. But This one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So they're going to go for 2. There you go, play action with Palmer. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. The Cardinals say they have it. They do. Arizona recovers. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Xavier Howard, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time...
Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Frosty Rucker in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Tannehill going to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Trying to get it that time to Stills, and it's 3rd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away, and that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And no, it's incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Andre Branch in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now it's Palmer. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Andre Branch able to disrupt yet another pass play, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defense.